Hey guys, this is Amy Cuny of Wise Living Real Estate. I'm here today in the middle of November, November 17th, 2020, and we're heading into the holiday season. So I want to share with you some information about what's going on in our real estate market in Baldwin County and just what we're seeing and what we know across the nation is happening. So whether you're listing your home or selling it or just interested in real estate, jump in with me and let's just look at some numbers. Come on, let's go. So on the first slide, we have information from Baldwin Realtors. This is as of yesterday, the new listings residential that came on the market, as well as the closed and the pending. That's kind of what we're looking at here. We're looking at new construction and resale homes. Obviously, a resale it can be 2 years old and is getting resold, or is 30 years old and it's getting sold. So just to kind of clarify, we're also talking about average DOM, days on the market. So we had 26 new construction listings last week, 73 existing homes went on the market. So that's amazing news. We're right at 100 listings. We do need more. There is a shortage. The median price is hovering between $280,000 and $300,000. Price per square foot, $139. Average per home on new construction. Here, this number is a little off this week, so we want to take a look at it next week because we had a listing go in at 2.9 million, so that changes that number a little bit. Now, on the closed homes, we had 24 new construction, which is great. We have 52 existing or resold homes that were closed for an average days on the market, 38 for existing homes. And this is one that I tend to look at here. This one is off just a little bit right now. Our MLS system, our board is working on getting this corrected in our program that we use, but new construction goes on the market anytime the builder chooses, whether it's in the slab stage, in the framing stage, right before they finish, when they get their certificate of occupancy. My push is that we start the days of the market over the day they get the certification of occupancy. So this number may be changing, hopefully, and we'll have more accurate information in the coming months. Pending homes, strong. New construction, 34 new constructions went under contract, 76 resale or existing homes. Average days on the market, 35 for the resale for pending. And as long as they close, that number will stay very much the same. So we're hovering in that mid 30s to 40 days on the market. So a month and a half, which is a strong seller's market. So if you're thinking about selling. Now, interest rates last week ticked up just a little bit with the 30-year fixed mortgage and the 15-year fixed mortgage. Freddie Mac said it went up from 2.78 to 2.84 in the 30-year fixed. In the 15, it ticked up a little bit, 2.32 up to 2.34. So it's just climbing up just a hair bit. Now, this is interesting. I saw this information yesterday on Keeping Current Matters, and they shared from the New York Fed, how are people using their stimulus checks that they got? Well, 29% of the people surveyed said they spent the money. 35% said they paid down debt, and 36 saved the money. So spent the money at 29, paid down debt at 35, and 36, a majority saved the money. Okay, so the Bureau of Labor and Statistics talked about the weekly unemployment claim filings. So this is in the millions. As of March 21st, we were at 3.3, okay? A week later, 6.9. That's when we were having all these lockdowns. So you had all these people filing unemployment claims. We never, from that point, we never reached that high again. As a matter of fact, we've started dropping steadily. It's had that trend down. So what's great is, as of the end of October, unemployment claims dropped to 750,000 for the week. So, or as of that date. So that's just amazing news. That shows that we're on a recovery. I'm hopeful we won't have lockdowns. Hopefully we can make educated decisions and follow the guidelines within reason. So I think this is great. Anyway, so we'll just kind of have to watch that, whether or not I don't know. I don't like that. Hey guys, this is Amy Cuny, Wise Living Real Estate, and I'm here today in the middle of November, November 17th, and I want to share with you some local stats as well as what's going on with the nation regarding real estate, the economy, and whether you're interested in selling your home or buying a new one here, or if you're just interested in the real estate market, jump in with me. We're going to dive into some numbers and hopefully it will enlighten you and help you in your search for the best thing to do for you and your family. So the first slide is information from Baldwin Realtors as of yesterday. We look at the listings that went on the market from last week, the pendings. Actually, we look at them daily, but this is very interesting for the week: listings, closed homes, and pending homes. So on listings, we had new construction 26. We had 73 resold or existing homes sell during the week. Now the price per square foot listed is at 139 average. The average is up here on the existing homes, and don't let this number throw you off, but we had a $2.9 million listing last week. So it does change that, as well as when you have a price of $49,000 on a home, that also skews it in the other direction. So your price per square foot goes up when you have these big ones, and obviously down when you don't. Closed homes, we had 24 new listings. We had 52 resold or existing homes. The average days on the market is 38, and this is what I tend to look at with the resold homes. When you factor in both, this number gets a little off because right now we are not changing the days on the market once the home is completed. So builders have different time frames of when they put it on, like builder A may put it on in the slab stage, or builder B does it when the painting starts, or whatever. I personally think that changing the days on the market, once they get the certificate of occupancy and give you that certificate, that's when the days of the market roll over into a new, starting on day one. Pending, very strong week for pendings. New construction was 34, resale was 76. Again, the average days on the market, they're hovering around a month. That is a strong seller's market. So as you can see, we're going into the holiday season, and we're still seeing people out there looking. They're moving here, they're changing jobs for whatever reason, downsizing, upsizing. It's still happening, and the rates are good. So that's part of the reason as well. All right, so talking about interest rates for the weekend, November 12th, per Freddie Mac, both 30-year fixed and 15-year fixed went up just a little bit, ticked up just a little. So the 30-year fixed went from 2.78 to 2.84. The 15-year went up from 2.32 to 2.34. So you see that little tick up. Now, this is interesting information that I saw yesterday from Keeping Current Matters, and they got their source was New York Fed, and it was about how the stimulus checks were used. How did people, what they do with the money? So 36% actually saved it, put it in savings. 35% paid down their debt. That's an interesting number right there to see that. Just anticipation, being conservative, both the saved money and the paid down debt. That's a conservative approach to your money. 29% spent the money. So, all right. So now let's look at unemployment from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It is dropping. So prior to, we had major lockdowns, March, on up through, gosh, we've had some more coming up here. But in March 21st, it showed 3.3 million unemployment claims filed. Now on 3/28, that was the height this year at 6.9 million. But ever since then, it's trended downward. So we never reached that high again, trending downward. As of 10/31, unemployment claims had dropped to 750,000, which is great. You still want that number lower, but it shows we're coming back as an economy, and we're getting back to work. So the Department of Labor showed that March 2020, 3.1 million were receiving unemployment. The highest unemployment being given was in May, 24.9 million. And then again, steady drop from there. 5 months later, here we are, we're down to 7.3. We have a long way to go to get down to this number, but again, we're trending on the right track there. So Let's talk about forbearances. I get this question all the time. People looking for deals, people looking for foreclosures and, bank-owned property. Well, we're not exactly seeing the crisis that we had years ago. So, where buyers are sitting out there trying to look for the deal, we're just not seeing that at this point. And the forbearance tracker here at McDash talked about the forbearance decreasing from the pandemic high. So from May 29th at 4.76 to the end of October, 3.01. So we see that trending down. We're not seeing a bunch of people having to give their houses back to the bank. So it's still a seller's market. So we just have to watch this forbearance right here. Obviously, the economy has something to do with that, people getting back to work. All right. So Ivy Zellman, she is actually someone who does quite a bit of research into the housing industry. She's a founder of Zellman and Associates. And recently she said the likelihood of us having a foreclosure crisis again is about 0%. So I don't think you need to be worried about that. But buyers, you might not be getting the deal you think you're going to get because you're hoping for those foreclosures out there. There are foreclosures, but it is not, running rampant. There is a shortage of inventory. So I talked about that a little while ago. Even though it's strong, the real estate market here in Baldwin County is strong, in our state it's strong, there is a shortage. So October 2019, we had 3.9 months of inventory per National Association of Realtors. In May, we had 4.8 months of inventory. Okay, so once you get up to that 6 month mark, a little bit below or a little bit over, you have that balanced market instead of it being totally a seller's market or totally a buyer's market. So here we're getting on up there, but here, that's 5 months. However, here we are in September and across the nation, 2.7 months. That clearly states we need more houses to sell. People are still out there looking. There is a shortage. Things are going fast. Top 3 reasons people aren't listing right now. So 25% said COVID health concerns, 31% financial uncertainty, and 34% just life is too uncertain right now. They're just up in the air. So really the uncertainty is strong. The COVID issue is also strong, concerns. Now, projection of home prices. Home prices are expected to go up. And, many different people have different opinions, and it also depends on, the area you're located in, the state you're located in, what amenities you have in the area. Like sometimes we see the beach market is hotter than necessarily in more rural areas, and sometimes it's different. But overall, Zillow for the nation is expecting a 7% increase in housing prices. Zellman 5.9, Freddie Mac 5.5. So take your house at its price point and kind of push it on up there, 5.5%. Or National Association of Realtors says 4.7. We are seeing home values increasing, and they're projected to increase. Again, these are projections. Down here, the lowest one you're going to see is CoreLogic, but still there's a growth. Everyone's expecting home prices to appreciate in value. Take care of your home, do your maintenance. Okay, so the forecast for 2021 on mortgage interest rates, had somebody ask me the other day, are they going to skyrocket in 2021? Well, all indications are not necessarily skyrocket. We've been hovering around historic lows. In 2019, we were at 3.7. Well, this year we're hovering around 3.0, as you remember in my slide, with Freddie Mac around 2.84% right now. So next year it's expected to go up 0.3 points, 0.6 the next year, and 3.9 in a couple of years. So you're jumping from 3% to 4% in the next couple of years. So just kind of keep that in mind. It does make a difference on your house note and people buying their homes. I mean, the market does react to those kind of things. Now, new housing starts and existing home sales. This is some interesting information that I saw. The housing starts are trending up. So that means builders are building. So 5.2% increase to 1.5 million as of October 20th. Existing home sales are up 9.4, again strong, to 6.54 million, October 22nd. And new home sales are down just a little bit, 3.5%, as of the weekend, 10/26, down to 959,000 sold. All right. So let's talk about, if you're planning on, this is the last slide, so hang in there with me. Some DIY projects. If you're thinking about selling your home, or you're just, not necessarily thinking about selling your home, but you want to make some updates that maybe eventually might give you the return on investment. Here are 5 ideas, which is great information that I saw in an email recently. But the highest return on investment, new steel front doors. And I agree with this. Number one, it increases that curb appeal. When someone drives up, they see your mailbox, they see your driveway, your walkway, how well your yard's cut, but and the bushes maintained. But the front door really makes it pop. So if you're gonna invest, or your door's looking shabby or worn down or has some issues, go ahead and replace it. There's more return on your money on all of these 5 things if you do the work yourself. But if you're not a handyman, you're still going to get a return on investment. It's just not going to be 100% of what you spent. So here on the new steel front door, it's estimated that you get back 75% of your cost. If you're able to do it yourself, you could get back 600%. So, I mean, that's a huge return on investment. I think I might be trying to figure out how to put on a door. New steel garage doors, that's a good thing. You can save money if you keep your motorized openers. But, again, new steel doors, also the curb appeal functionality, people are wanting that. So you are going to get a good return on investment. New vinyl windows, this helps with energy savings. After a while, the seals, if they're not properly maintained, they may leak, or for whatever reason may leak. And you get condensation in there, and it's not acting as effectively as it should as a window. Um, Thought process, if you have to replace a couple, if you're not savvy with it, or maybe you feel uncomfortable, you may want to try your hand at one. But if you've never done it before, but I highly recommend on this end, I would hire a window company personally. But if you do it yourself, you're looking at 178% return on investment, 80% if you use a window company. Wood flooring, this is a biggie. Everybody wants new wood floors. And so that, having someone install it, is 91% of return on investment. So that's a no-brainer, absolutely no-brainer. If you do it yourself, you're brave enough to do it, 282%. I'm not good at taking flooring up, and I'm not good at putting flooring down. So, I'd hire a professional. Insulation upgrade goes back to the vinyl windows here. You want your home energy efficient. Whether you choose foam insulation, or blown in or batting, whatever it is, it saves energy cost. 76% of the money is recouped when you use an insulation company, 229 if you do it yourself. That's a no-brainer. Plus, if you decide to stay, you've got that energy savings. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the week. If you have questions, call me at 251-709-4331. Otherwise, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and I will see you next time. Y'all have a great day.